Oh, you guys probably know who Christopher Hitchens is. He's the famous, quote, anti-theist. Um, there are some people that I've noticed on, in the YouTube sphere. Obviously, he wasn't, in the YouTube sphere, but I mean the viewers of YouTube, the people who watch videos. Um, there are specific people that people find to be infallible or godlike, because I think that that's just human nature. So one of them is Christopher Hitchens. Another one's like Neil Tyson, Noam Chomsky. Sam Harris is a huge one. I think Sam Harris like basically made his own cult of personality at this point. But the Israel-Palestine conflict is very controversial with all the things going on. But here is Christopher Hitchens' position on Israel-Palestine.
I'd better give you the straight answer. I think Zionism, the idea of building a state of Jewish farmers on Arab land in the Middle East, is a stupid idea to begin with. I've always thought so. My mother wanted to go and be a Zionist immigrant at one point. I tried to talk her out of it. It's been a thing in my family. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a messianic idea. I think it's a superstitious idea. And I think
so the idea of Israel's right to exist is
now that it's there,
has no play with you.
Many states are founded on injustices or foolishness and bad ideas.
And boundaries are drawn by all kinds of political.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that anyone can just come and evict or destroy them. And I'm not saying that, but I think I'd have to say, so as not to seem shady,
yeah.
I've always thought it's a silly, messianic, superstitious nationalist idea, and it's a waste of Judaism. And it guaranteed a quarrel with the Arabs because it meant we're going to take away from you what's most precious, your land, by trying to make Jews into peasants. Already a silly idea. That's not the way to rescue Central European Jewry, make them into farmers in Palestine. Guaranteed an injustice to the Arabs, which now anyone can see, and is now entering its third, fourth generation. Fourth generation of Palestinians brought up either in exile or dispossession or under occupation and humiliation. And now we know that something has to be done to address what is part of the original, let's not call it original sin, original misconception of the thing. So I've been writing in favor of the Palestinian homeland all my life, and I'm no more, no less in favor of it than I was because of recent events.
And now the Bush administration is
in favor. It's a matter of principle.
And now the Bush administration is in favor of it.
Well, yes, they were edging towards it. It's a pity about the timing, because they were edging towards it before. I don't want it to look as if they did it as a concession. But it should be a matter of principle. If Jews born in Brooklyn have a right to a state in Palestine, then Palestinians born in Jerusalem have a right to a state in Palestine. Anyone who doesn't agree with that principle, I think, is suspect.
I think most people do.
They do, but but why in that case do we have the one and not the other? After all, it's America that pays for all this and arms the Israelis and is very much involved in it. If it's a matter of principle, then we should have witnessed to it a bit more forcibly than we did.
So what you guys just saw is some video on what Christopher Hitchens thought on Israel-Palestine, and he's kind of talking about how Israel is doing illegal settlements based off of international law, and it's very interesting because I found Christopher Hitchens to be somebody who, I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. He's not a party liner for sure. So we know that. But, I really was disappointed with his massive support. Basically, all the war crimes that Bush had committed. I'm going to get into that in another video. But it's something that kind of disappointed me with him. But this kind of regained my respect for him for sure. And I started looking into him more. And he's an interesting guy. Obviously, I like his, anti-theist position and his secularism. But this is an interesting situation with Israel-Palestine. I want to know what you guys think and about this, and I'm going to make some more episodes talking about this type of stuff, the whole Israel-Palestine thing as well. Make sure you guys subscribe and like, and check out thejusticetimes.com. It's revamped and ready to go.